If you carefully look at the nature of thoughts, what you will find is that there is a circular pattern to it. The same thoughts keep appearing over and over again. It's like you're stuck in a loop. A situation arises and it produces a thought. And then there are sensitivities. Like, for example, say someone makes a nasty remark about your height. Now, if you are sensitive about your height, and that may have come from a past conditioning. Maybe as a child you were bullied for your height or for your weight or for any other thing, and somebody make a comments on that, touches on that nerve, and instantly there is a reaction. Now, when there is a reaction, there is also this tendency that I don't want to feel the reaction. I just want this discomfort to go away, this energy to dissipate. So, all of these sensations are identifications with the mind and the body. And this contracted energy, the feeling of centeredness as a separate entity, me, is actually at the core of it. So every thought which comes in consciousness, it is taken ownership by this I thought. The I thought immediately takes the ownership and says that I am having this thought. And that is how it propagates suffering. Now, situation for you may be very different from the situation that I am experiencing. But propagation of thought as suffering in horizontal time is same for both you and me. But if I investigate and if I try to understand where exactly is this pain arising from, where exactly is the locus of this, where exactly is the origin of this thought, of this sensation, that perhaps can lead us to higher truth. There is no locus. There is no location. There is no centeredness. Centeredness is an illusion. And the mind identified with things, with feelings, sensations, thoughts, produces all this discomfort. And it is circular in nature. Every time similar situation happens in your life, and they produces very familiar types of feelings and sensations. And then it's the same story over and over again. Then you are in search of the solution. Which guru should I go? Which book should I read? And all of that continues. But it's always that we are focused on the outside. We are trying to look for a solution outside. But it's very difficult to go within and examine. There is a natural resistance to it. We don't want to turn inwards. Most of us think that we will get this intellectually by reading more books, or maybe someone external, someone from the outside, some knowledgeable person may come and help. Each and every thought comes from the sense of personal identification. The source of every thought is the ego mind. And when this is understood, the ego mind detaches itself. The detachment happens on its own. And then the thought does not have the energy to propagate in horizontal time and create suffering. But till this is not understood, we keep on struggling, stuck in a loop. Same situations. They said this to me. They said that to me. This happened, that happened. All those thoughts create up a story. A story that I identify as my story. And I just put that baggage on my shoulders, and I walk hunched. When it is understood that there is no me, then there is no load. The load is gone. Yes, thoughts will still arise. You cannot stop thoughts. But now you understand the circular nature. You understand that this situation is repeating itself. And you see the futility of thought. You see how it's the same situations repeating over and over again. So you don't get carried away. There is an awareness, a calming presence that dissolves that restless energy of the mind. Don't you see how the same situations keep coming to you over and over again? Why does that happen? Just investigate that. Why does that happen? It's the same story, isn't it? They said something, this happened, that happened, and I've lost my mind. Then I'm just running around worrying about it, anxious about it, and then I want that sensation, that anxiety also to be gone. I'm willing to do anything and everything to get a temporary solution. I'm ready to pop a pill. I'm ready to speak to a therapist, and that's okay. There's nothing wrong with that. There may be a situation where that is required, where taking a medicine may be required, where the intensity of the sensation is too much. There is no problem with seeking external help. But nothing is going to go, nothing is going to change unless you begin to see how the thought creates divisiveness. Till this contraction, the centered energy me is active and identified with every situation, with everything around you, the suffering continues.